one of the things that is definitely always on everybody's mind is, how do I meet Danes? And it's extremely challenging initially and daunting and intimidating. There's no doubt about it. The advice that we got as freshly arrived students was to go and join a sports club. And the intent there is spot on. Because the Danes are very active in social events and socializing in clubs and sports events and all these different things. But for a lot of us, I dance, right? I do my ballroom and Latin dancing. And that I guess you could call a sport. But outside of that, I have no desire to go do ultimate frisbee or football or swimming or water polo. That stuff just has no appeal to me, right? And so when people were like, well, go join a sports club, I was like, wow, thank you for nothing. I'd rather just go like randomly approach people on the street. But what it gets down to is that you need to appreciate that the Danes they're going about their lives. They've got their watering holes, their places, and clubs, events, Instagram meetups, whatever they might be. That is definitely a great place and a great way to meet Danes, especially if you're doing the ones where there aren't that many internationals going to it. Now, there is a trade-off here, right? Because if you're going to international events or internationally oriented events, then the Danes that you meet are going to be much more internationally minded Danes. They're going to be very much more open and interested and have that international perspective. Of course, if you go to other places that don't, you'll be more exotic. The Danes will be perhaps a little bit harder to approach initially. Might be a little bit more of a language issue, but at the end of the day, it's a more authentic way of integrating. And you will also be forced to meet Danes in a way that doesn't happen if it's a couch surfing meetup or something along those lines. So consider that, definitely consider that. The other thing is just, I see DIS, University of Copenhagen Business School students, they get here and I can predict almost with 70% certainty where they're going out and what they're doing. LA Bar, Wall Street, Temple Bar, where they're eating, what streets they're spending their time on. And you know what, you're not going to meet Danes if you're going to those places. You'll meet some, predominantly young Danes or Danes that are explicitly out looking to meet internationals. What you want to do is you want to go to other places, get off the path. If the place has been recommended to you by other internationals or by the university or by your coworkers, unless they are Danish, try somewhere else, try somewhere different. That's how you're going to find authentic watering holes, and that's going to be a very important difference. The next step is how to actually convert the Danes that you meet and how to understand what their social environment is, and then how to convert that to an actual friendship. And so for that, there is a video link to here in the comments, and I'll talk a little bit more about it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm thrilled that you made it this far into the video. I hope you found it interesting, quirky, informative. Perhaps I answered questions that you've been wondering about for a long time, questions you didn't even know you had, or perhaps you think I'm completely full of bullshit. No matter what, I would love it if you would let me know in a comment. And if you have questions that you want me to cover or that you want me to elaborate on, I love those as well. Please subscribe, a thumbs up, a like, a share, all deeply appreciated. And of course, remember, you can always tune in the Virtual Wayfarer, where I blog about travel and these types of topics on a regular basis. Thank you, open roads, safe travels.